Welcome to Anoka High School for Section 5 4A girls basketball semifinal action. It's the number 6 seed, the Wayzata Trojans, and the number 2 seed, the Osseo Orioles, for a spot in the section final. Hi, I'm Jay Wilcox along with Ariel McDonald, and interesting matchup here. Maple Grove was knocked out by Wayzata. Wayzata, record-wise, doesn't look like they've had that good of a season, but this is a dangerous team playing well at the right time.
Very competitive team. I was speaking to Chris Carr, head coach at Eden Prairie. He spoke about the idea that Wayzata is a very organized team. They run the ball well, but they also can play half-court offense. So let's see how the Orioles are going to control them tonight.
Osseo had maybe a little more trouble than you might have expected, a 5-point win over Irondale in their first playoff game, but they've been very hot down the stretch. They've won 10 of their last 11.
10 of the last 11. That's letting you indicate that the team is getting hot at the right time. All coaches love the idea that towards the end of the season, they want all of their fine-tuned parts really working well to make that engine work so that they can play well and go on to postseason play.
We'll talk about key players to look at in tonight's contest, starting with Wayzata. Hannah Hiring, definitely their most versatile scorer, their leading scorer for the Trojans this year.
Very good player. Chris Carr talked about, if you have a pot of stew, she's the spoon that stirs it all together. So watch out for her because she's a key player if Wayzata is going to win tonight.
And for Osseo, a player that maybe statewide isn't getting talked about enough, Kiara Russell. Anybody who's played against her, she is really a good guard, probably one of the best in the Twin Cities, if not the whole state.
She's the Allen Iverson of their team. She doesn't have a light. She doesn't have a red light. She doesn't have a green light or a yellow light. The coach really relies on her to make good decisions. And against Irondale, stepped up big time and executed well to the point that her teammates really believed in her, kind of stepped aside and allowed her to go ahead and create and bring the victory home.
These teams did play once during the season, a 3-point game back in January. You look at that, but at the same time, with you know from coaching, 6 weeks later, things can be a little different. So you don't entirely rely on the scouting report from that night, I'm sure.
No, I mean, now it's playoff time. We're at a neutral site, so we're not in Osseo right now. So I know Wayzata really feels like they let one slip, but at the same time, they have another opportunity to get a victory tonight.
All right, the winner takes on Centennial for the section championship. It's Osseo and Wayzata coming up next. Section 5 girls basketball on 12 Sports.
Why not on the go? Channel 12 is online at 12.tv. Watch on your phone, on your tablet. Channel 12 is your local source wherever you go. Just log on to 12.tv. Check out our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and even watch live events via live stream. So don't wait. Stay up to date with Channel 12 and 12.tv, your local source.
And welcome back here to Anoka as we get set for the Trojans and the Orioles here in this Section 5 semifinal. A look at the starting lineups for these two teams. For Mike Schumacher and Wayzata, Mimi Schrader, Liz Wadas, Hannah Hiring, Annie Robertson, and Cameron Hay, the starters. And for the Orioles, Ariana Jones, Kiara Russell, Michaela Hamola, Courtney Calkins, and Azaria Reed. And joining us on the sideline tonight will be Allie Arlt. And let's go over now to Allie. And some technical difficulties. Let's go back over now to Allie.
Thanks, Jay. You know, the last time these two teams met, the game was decided by just 3 points, with Osseo taking that W over Wayzata. So what's the game plan here tonight? Well, Coach Reeser of the Orioles says his girls have to take down the 3-point game of Wayzata. That's what caused problems for them the last time these two teams met. He also said they have to be aggressive on the offensive boards down in the paint. Now, Coach Shoemaker of the Trojans says that his girls have to shut down Kiara Russell. If they're able to shut down Kiara and limit turnovers, that his team will be going to the section championship.
Thanks, Allie. And new crowd filling in here a little bit as the Centennial Mounds View game played on this court. Tough, hard-fought game. Centennial pulling out a close victory over Mounds View. Centennial is the top seed in the section, but I think everybody agreed coming into the section that not much separation between the top, 4 or 5 teams in this section. There was no unbeatable team in here. There are a lot of pretty good ones.
Yeah, most teams evenly based a little bit. You look at the height difference. You look at their characteristics, their quality. Both teams, many teams have the same kind of characteristics and qualities. So most of these games will go to the wire, be hard-fought ball games. So anxious to see how this all unfolds tonight.
And certainly when you know that it's, lose and you're done, the pressure gets a little bigger. I think you often see more close games, more low-scoring games because of the fact that it's, everybody knows that it's lose and you're done. The nerves get there a little bit. There's Mike Schumacher, the Trojans head coach. And certainly a big step forward from a year ago for their program. They're still a pretty young group and learning a fair amount from even their tough losses that they took. They've played a lot of good teams along the way.
Really looking forward to this Kiara Russell, this matchup between her and Hannah, hiring both quality players, both of them juniors, really looking to make that next step forward going into their senior year, trying to send their team to the next round.
Hay and Reed will jump it up, controlled by Wayzata. Trojans get first possession as Annie Robertson will give it over to Schrader. Jones defending her. A couple of small but talented guards out top. Robertson, the lefty, cut off, gets it to Hay. Robertson will launch a three, and it's good.
Great time for Wayzata right there. Great three-point shot. Work the ball inside out. That's what you want. You never want to just chuck it from the outside too soon. Maybe let the low post touch it. Then they can kick it back outside. Great three-point attempt right there.
Looking for the answer. Courtney Calkins in and out, and Hay rebounds for the Trojans. Robertson turning the corner. Might have had a chance to keep going there, but pulled it back. Back cut, Waitis, and layup would not drop. And Hamola comes out of there with it for Osseo.
It's one of the things that Coach Schumacher really stressed about, the idea that Wayzata, they're going to move the ball from side to side, swing it. Every player might have the opportunity to touch the ball, so the girls really have to get in denied position, close out to their shooters, because they have some deadly perimeter shooters.
Reed puts it on the floor, but left it short, and Waitis out of there with the rebound for the Trojans.
Jay, if Osseo's going to win this game, they got to pick up the tempo.
Foul called there on the block as Russell knocked into Hiring a little bit. There's John Reeser in the middle there, the Orioles head coach, and he's feeling that Hiring had led with that off arm, but the official felt it was a block. Schrader back out top, and Hay. Waitis cut off on the dribble and will be called for the walk as Samola did a good job moving her feet.
Wayzata up 3-0. Really want to exhibit patience. They're going to swing the ball from side to side, try to watch some guards cutting through the lane. Really early on, you want to maybe get layups instead of relying on the perimeter shot.
Russell gives it to Reed. Hamola is going to let it rip from the baseline, and it is good. She's a streaky shooter who can fill it up, and we're even at 3.
Once again, feeding it into the inside, allowing the inside player to touch it, maybe allow the defense to collapse, get some space for an open shot, and she's able to knock it down.
Hiring picks up her dribble out high here in a little bit of difficulty. Now Schrader comes to get it. Robertson shoots a three, short on the rim there. It takes an extra bounce, though, and Schrader gets it. Now Robertson. Waitis is all alone, but missed. Gets it right back, though.
Osseo got to eliminate those second chance opportunities.
Waitis driving to the hole. No! She'll shoot free throws, but it looked like it might just roll around and drop.
That's the old toilet bowl right there. Just kind of spins around and around. Crowd really into it, but right now, looks like Wayzata really getting things done the way they want to. Swinging the ball from side to side. Osseo really not denying any kind of perimeter passes around the perimeter, so Wayzata probably feeling really good about right now.
I think Wayzata's gotten a lot better at handling pressure than they were earlier in the season, too. There were times when they struggled.
Wayzata, very alert right there, understanding that the Orioles really have to push the ball up the court to really create some scoring opportunities for them. That's the strength of their team. They can't buy into this patient half-court offense that Wayzata is going to exhibit. So the Orioles really trying to get the tempo pushed up.
Here is Russell, and called for the travel as she tried to turn the corner. Lauren Houts, number 20, is in for Wayzata. Also, Sydney Franks, number 15. And Sydney Franks really lit it up when these teams played in the regular season, as she was dynamite off the bench with 24 points, including 5 3-pointers.
If you're Wayzata, you like that bench play coming in, able to really pick it up and exhibit some scoring opportunities. Don't want to leave all of the pressure on hiring. So you really like that if you're Wayzata, hoping that she can do the same thing tonight.
Schrader open for a 3 off the inbound, and it is good. Mimi Schrader knocks it down.
Osseo on a blown assignment. You really got to locate those shooters. Schrader, an excellent, you know, I would say an excellent three-point shooter, but what she really is, not a catch-and-shooter, but like a set shooter. But if you give her time, she's able to knock it down.
Azaria Reed turns, faces. They gave her some space, and she buries that. She's a strong driver to the hoop and a strong inside player, but obviously can knock down that 15, 16-footer as well.
Azaria Reed scored 12 points in the last time Osseo won, so look for her to continue that confident play in this game.
2 misses by Wayzata, and then a foul committed by Hiring after the rebound was gathered in. Get a look at Osseo losing track of Schrader there.
Yeah, the old little picket fence on the baseline there. They got to be able to get around that screen. That's why Wayzata does. They're really very, very disciplined. They set good screens, allowing their perimeter shooters to set their feet and let it fly.
Jones getting it to Russell, who's been quiet so far, again averaging over 23 a game for the Orioles. Schrader gets out and gets her hand on that pass. It'll stay with Osseo.
You know, Russell, in the last meeting, she gave Wayzata 25 points. She's been a little quiet, but Wayzata on the last offense really sending bodies towards them. So she's got to get it going sometime soon if they want to stay in this game.
Looking for a high screen. Here is Russell, and she goes all the way and lays it in. She's a lefty, but scores with the right there.
On the left side, too, there, Jay. So she kind of broke the fundamental rule. You finish with the left on the left side, but tremendous player.
Foul on Wayzata as they tried to attack the rebound. And
here she is on the dribble drive penetration. Wayzata really have to stay concentrated on her because she has the ability to beat you from the three-point line and dribble penetration. So blown assignment there, but let's see if Wayzata can correct that as they make their subs.
Allie Larson reporting into the lineup here for Wayzata. Wade is back in a moment ago. Lamia in Tutway, number 50, checked in for Osseo. John Reeser called her a possible player to really keep an eye on in the playoffs. She turns and shoots here, but we had a push prior to her shot attempt. So the early fouls were going against Osseo. Now we've had 3 in a row against Wayzata, so both teams have committed 3. That will be the second on Hiring, I believe. They've got it as 1 on the board. I thought and then the earlier one was hers too. Russell, nice shot fake, all alone in the lane, but missed it. And Tutway goes up strong, couldn't get it to drop. And Robertson.
Coach Rice are very impressed with his low post play as of late, hoping that he can get them off early so that they can at least have some balance from the inside and the outside.
Inside it goes in Tutway, and she gets the layup good.
There we go, that nice little inside play there. That's how you have to balance it out. You have Russell on the offensive end who can beat you from the outside, but you definitely need some inside players to score inside.
Robertson driving, left it short, gets it back though. Larson all alone and bounces and drops. 9-9 our score here as the Trojans had the lead. Osseo briefly took it, now we're even again. Homola looking inside toward Reed. Right back out, Homola from the baseline, short. And a foul over the back. Looks like it'll be on Reed.
I like that last offensive attack by Osseo. I mean, the ball went inside, maybe a little quick from the perimeter, but she did hit a three-point shot earlier. But that has to be the combination that they need if they want to create balance in their scoring attempts.
Ahead to Franks, and then Russell. She's so quick, got her hands on that one. Jones in Tutway, layup good.
Osseo stepping out here, little full court pressure, really getting after him, trying to pick up the pace once again. They can't play in a half-court offense with Wayzata.
And Franks running up the sideline, just lost it, and out of bounds it goes. And Osseo twice in a row creating havoc. Russell going to the hoop and will get 2 free throws.
Russell picking up the pace right now. She's recognizing that. They need to pick it up. They need to get in transition. That's the best and the easiest way to score, especially for a player like her. Like I said early in the broadcast, she has the green light. The coach has, you know, tremendous faith in her. So look for her to continue her aggressiveness.
3 points now for Kiara Russell.
Look for Osseo now. Come full court pressure, maybe a 2-2-1, maybe a man-to-man full court, looking to run and jump, turn players around, create turnovers so they can pick up this pace.
Into Schrader, but nobody realized who was supposed to have her, so she had an blemished path up court. There's Franks hitting the 3. We said she lit up Osseo the first time and knocks that one down.
Well, she's not scared. The last time she delivered 25 points for Wayzata. So, you know, most young players, they remember the last experience. And for her, she's looking to reciprocate this same kind of effort tonight.
Ciara Fine-Day, number 11, is in. Also, Haley Swanson, 33 for Osseo. And Fine-Day drops it into the backcourt and over and back. Unforced turnover there. We'll give it back to the Trojans.
Here, just a simple pick and roll. But right there, she was able to pop out, get her feet set. And, you know, most players, when they get their feet set, they can knock down these open jumpers at playoff time.
Wayzata drives baseline, draws a foul, and one coming. They've done a pretty solid job of attacking from the wing here, and not all of the shots have fallen, but
Wayzata with the strong rip and go there. She's able, good 2-foot stop, able to finish strong in the lane, absorb the contact for an opportunity for an and one.
Wayzata missing on the free throw there, as she's got that unusual style. And here's Jones handling here. Wayzata leading it by a point here. We've gone back and forth in the early going, and Tutway at the high post. Tried to hand it to Jones, but they were too close together, and they turn it over.
Tried to give it a little give and go, but, you know, right now the nerves are going a little bit. Both teams very anxious, trying to cement their way into this game, but
Larson unable to get it to drop off the glass, and Fine-Day into the front court for Osseo. Now Jones. Jones trying to feed it to Swanson, and ends up being a travel. There was a lot of traffic.
Swanson a little indecision, a little hesitant there. She had the opportunity for a nice little power move there, but just was unable to gather it.
Reed and Hamola and Calkins come back in here for Osseo. Both teams had a fair amount of bench players in there in the last moments, and now here's Schrader. That one's off Hamola's foot, and she felt that it was inadvertent, and they were hoping to get running the other way, but official felt she had put her foot out. There's Sydney Hayden coming in for Wayzata, and Robertson returning to the lineup for the Trojans.
You know, hey, she's a 10-point average per game player. She was looking to post up there, and I like that combination right there for Wayzata.
Robertson misses. Schrader grabs it. Now Wayzata attacking. Gets another one.
There she goes again, really finishing strong. I mean, you can see she has purpose and intention when she's driving the ball. Just great up and under, up pump fake, able to gather herself and really finish strong around the basket.
It's going to be the second on Reed. Let's see if she stays in the ballgame or if they'll sub her out. Wayzata able to make the free throw this time around. She has 6 points, and Wayzata leads by 4, and they come with some pressure and get a steal.
Wow, Wayzata really picking it up. Anything you can do, we can do better. There they go. Nice little corner trap there. Able to get that turnover and get a nice little easy basket there.
Hayden with the hoop. It looked like Tutway traveled with that one, but they'll play on. Now Russell open from the top and hit.
Russell with the answer. There she goes, you know. She's not shy. She recognizes the situation. She understands what the opportunity is. Able to knock down that nice three-point shot.
Such a variety of ways she can score. I mean, she's a great drive. She'd be a good player even if she only drove the ball or if she was only a shooter. But when you add them both together, she's very tough to stop.
Wayzata there a little fast. As we look at Russell here, you know, she's a lefty. I always say lefties are really, really difficult to defend. And most lefties are really good shooters from the perimeter.
Franks checking back in here for Wayzata and Hiring as well. Trojans basketball on the baseline. They lead it by 3. Looking to take down their second straight upset after beating the 3rd seed Maple Grove in the quarterfinal round.
Hiring, she's been a little quiet early on, and maybe she's just setting them up for a good finish. But look for her leadership because she's certainly the spoon that makes it all stir together.
Down the lane she goes right here and gets it to go right on cue there. Huh?
Right on cue. She answered like she heard me from over here.
Wayzata biggest lead now at 5 as Hamola comes into the front court. They would lob for Reed. Hiring batted it away. That was too far to make that pass. Wadas attacking, offensive foul.
Once again, there was Hiring there. She's really a well-rounded player. She made a nice little steal there, really an intangible play. Most players forget about all the intangible things, the little things, but Hiring is one of those players. She can score from the outside, score from the inside, play defense, play help side defense. Really just helps her team become complete.
Nice job by Hamola to get back and draw that charge there for the Orioles. Otherwise, they might have given up another transition bucket here. Popping free is Calkins, but way short with that one, and Wadas grabs the rebound. Schrader to Hiring. Trying to go across to Franks. It gets there eventually. Now back out to Schrader. Schrader drives and scores.
What Wayzata does excellent. They're able to get into the lanes, dribble penetration, find the extra pass. They also have the ability to turn down that shot, re-penetrate, and look for an open player, and that's how they're getting these easy baskets early on.
Hamola loses a dribble and then steps on the end line trying to save it. So Orioles, another look at it. I'm a little surprised Wayzata's done a much better job than kind of what their reputation is in terms of driving the ball and scoring.
Absolutely. You know, they've come to the game as kind of the underdog. I mean, the Orioles beat them in the last game, but sometimes that can be to your advantage. You know, like we said early on, we were talking to the coaches. They waited until the last moment to come out of the locker room, so they're feeling relaxed and they're feeling confident about what they can accomplish.
Well, that ball appeared to hit Hiring's foot last. I think the officials are going to converse here. And it will be Osseo ball. I think in the end they got that one right. It kind of did a double. It hit 2 players, I think, one and then hit Hiring's foot.
Yeah, referee just in a bad position, but you know, they were able to correct it.
Osseo, a little slow start here, trailing it by 7, just under 9 minutes to play in this first half. Jones for Hamola, but Franks with the steal. Franks goes all the way and Jones fouls her.
It is playoff time. No easy baskets as Jones tries to recover, but excellent play there. Getting into the passing lane, coming up the court, head up. But there's Jones. There's nothing going to be easy tonight.
Timeout taken. Wayzata fired up about how things have gone so far. Osseo trying to find some answers right now, trailing at 23-16. Kind of the flip-flop of how the regular season game went. Everything went pretty disastrously for Wayzata at the start of that game over at Osseo before they kind of chipped away and battled their way back into it.
You know, Wayzata, they're really looking like the most aggressive team. Usually they're a half-court team that really runs and passes the ball around the perimeter to kind of look for an advantage. But right now, they're pushing the ball and matching Osseo's tempo. So Osseo really has to make a concerted effort to get back in transition because Osseo probably only have 2 or 3 transition baskets, and normally that's something that they live off of.
Got to look a moment ago at some of the Park Center teams sitting right next to us. They will be playing the first of the doubleheader coming up on Thursday night for their section championship in Section 3 of 3A. And the winner of this game takes on Centennial in the game after it, as it's been the case for the last several years. These two sections paired for back-to-back championship games. So we're going to have the Pirates, who are the defending state champion in Class 3A, back in their section final. Frank's missing, so now that foul looks even better that Jones took there to not allow the layup.
That's why you don't allow easy layups, because at the free throw line, I mean, anything can happen. If Kiera Russell right now, you're thinking, down 8. What can I do to get my team back into this game? 8:49 on the clock. They got to chip away at this lead, try to get some momentum before they head into halftime.
Jones over to Hamola. Schrader tracking her down now. Jones out top. And Tutway, as a much smaller player on here, really posting hard, wanting the ball.
You know, Tutway working hard. She's looking at Hamola like, give me the ball, give me the ball. But, you know, they have a different option. But she's got to keep working hard inside. They got to look for her to kind of soften up that middle.
Russell for 3, and rainbow jumper, and hits it. Orioles back to within 5.
Jay, you talked about her rainbow jumper, and I thought you were exaggerating, but she almost hit the top of the ceiling with that thing.
And here's Russell with the near steal. Got a deflection, but Franks runs it down. Wayzata driving it to the baseline one more time and is fouled again. She's paid the price, taking some hits, but she's done a good job of getting to the bucket.
If you're the Orioles, you just recognize her free throw attempt, and her shot from the perimeter looks awkward. So you would think that they would challenge her to shoot the perimeter shot instead of going for the pump fake and allowing her the dribble drive. She's just been killing them in this first half with that.
Hay and Hiring back in for Wayzata as Wayzata makes the first free throw and has one more coming here. I think she's really caught them off guard by attacking so hard after the pump fakes. She's
wiring quick too, and for her size, she's, you know, a little thin, but she finishes strong around the basket.
26-19 Trojans. Nice play there. Give and go there as Russell gets the layup. That time cut to the hoop. Perfect timing on the feed.
Yeah, that was a good quick hitter call right there. They had that dialed up from the jump.
After the Franks miss, Russell pushing it back the other way and then misses long. Out of bounds off Schrader.
Osseo right now, 7-0, 6-0 run, 7-0 run. Wayzata really got to get back.
Swanson throwing it for Tutway inside. Wow, looked like some contact there, but play goes on. Schrader. Now Hiring going to the baseline with the reverse, and it's good.
There she goes, just kind of playing cat and mouse with Osseo. She's been a little quiet, but now as the half is starting to come to a close, looking to pick it up.
7:05 to play, 7-point Wayzata lead. Ari Jones, who's hit a couple of big game winners down the stretch of the season, one against Maple Grove, one against Park Center. Those almost count like two if you're Osseo. Those are your two biggest rivals.
That's right.
Hamola. And Swanson shuffled him. Good call. The ref was right in our same line, and then she definitely shuffled him.
Yeah, that was great help by Hay right there. She was playing off ball, but when the ball was swung, she just made a nice little stunt, little foot fake towards her. She was able to create that turnover right there, create a little indecision.
Trojans basketball here as Wayzata brings it to the front court. Robertson dishing.
Nice.
Wayzata fouled again and again
Nice.
hits the deck. Boy, they had good timing, much like the Osseo one at the other end with that cut.
Yeah, she backdoor cut her right there. Hamola was really in a bad position, kind of turned her back to her. We always talk about see ball, you man principles. But, you know, right now, Wayzata is really picking it up.
Misses that free throw, but has one more coming here. Second one is good. And the Trojans lead it by 8. Reed will come back into the lineup for Osseo with those two fouls.
You know, some may look at Wayzata's shot and say it's improper technique. But when you work hard at your game, you can even turn an improper technical shot into a good shot, especially if you practice it enough. And she's able to knock down free throws because of her hard work.
And Tutway splits right between two defenders and gets the layup. She has 3 buckets.
Tutway, they didn't expect that there, but you know, it's playoff time, so you never know what to expect.
Hiring's pass knocked away by Russell. Scramble for it here. Reed has it and gets it out of there to
great
Hamola.
hustle, great hustle.
Hamola is going to go all the way. Robertson a block, but a foul.
Great hustle there. You love to see the ladies on the floor getting dirty. I love it, I love it. Here she is, Reed able to get the ball to Hamola. Hamola on the attack. You know, Osseo, they're going to take every opportunity to get in transition.
Second foul, they say, on Robertson. So there was one earlier that I thought was Hiring's that must have been Robertson's instead. So that is her second. And Hamola to the free throw line here for the Orioles. And right on target, she has 4 points now. Houts and Franks coming back in for Wayzata.
That's one way to get back into this game. Attacking the basket, manufacturing fouls, get to the free throw line, knocking down your free throws.
Second one is too strong, but there's Tutway up with it and had it blocked by Hay.
One more dribble. She would have been right in position to score.
Houts back out to Schrader here. 5-point Wayzata lead. We get a foul on Wayzata away from the ball.
Looks like Hay.
Yeah, I think so.
She got a little too physical in there, but that's what you want. You want the inside players to be physical. Tutway, she's no slouch. She's going to battle you in there to get you off that block, not make it easy for you to get any kind of easy touches on the low post. Hay's got to keep her arms up.
Now to Tutway, kicks it over. Russell wide open for 3, leaves it short. Franks tracks it down. And timeout requested by Mike Schumacher. He realized Franks was in a real bad spot there, and a turnover might lead to a layup, and uses a quick timeout.
Yeah, Osseo, they were smelling blood there. They had the ball tied up underneath the basket, so that was pretty smart play by coach, because whenever you have the ball and you have a dead dribble and you can't even dribble, bad things always happen.
5:27 to go in this opening half, and Wayzata leading it by 5. Again, the winner will take on Centennial for the section championship coming up later this week, right back here at Anoka High School.
You're Wayzata, maybe you want to come out, look at maybe a low post option. Let the low post player touch it on the inside. In Tutway, she's been playing aggressive, but maybe you can provocate another foul before halftime. Maybe get her out of the game, because she's been really, really valuable for Osseo on the low post.
Hay giving it to Houts, but lost it to Russell. Russell leading the break, attacks. Ooh, and
no
just
call.
short. Yeah, I thought it was possibly a little bit of a, but play goes on. Here comes Schrader. She'll stop and fire. Too strong with that one. And Jones runs it down. She's in trouble in the corner and throws it off of Wayzata foot.
Wow, now that's the worst spot on the court to have the ball. She was very, very fortunate. But heads up play, throwing it off the player.
So I wonder why players don't do that a little more often. If you're the defender there, it's almost impossible to not have the ball hit your foot if they throw it at it from a foot away like that.
Yeah.
And just give yourself an inbound there. Of course, if you miss, then it might lead to a layup.
Yeah, fast break.
Hamola, shot fake, then fires off target, but look at Tutway get up. Too strong off the glass, gets it again. And they scramble for it, and Tutway out of there with it, but gave it away to Schrader. Mimi Schrader chased to the outside by Jones. Across to Franks. Step back jumper as an air ball.
Wayzata maybe need to slow it down a little bit.
Sometimes you get it in your head that you want to shoot the ball, and you kind of do anyway, whether it's there or not, and that looked like the case there because it was pretty good defense. Underneath is Jones, catches and scores.
Great look there, great look. Able to find her coming off that high post cut there. Great look.
Usually you don't design a play really for a 5'4" player to be wide open underneath like that, but they took advantage.
That's right.
Wayzata drives, gives it to Hiring for three. No. Franks rebounds in traffic. Trying to get it out of there and is called for the travel.
Ooh, she fell hard there, too.
Wayzata has definitely cooled down some on shooting. Might give some credit to the D, but they also are looking at a little more tired shots, it feels like, right now.
Right, because they're playing too high pace right now. They maybe need to slow it down, just kind of work it around the horn, 8, 9 passes, make Osseo play some defense, make them gamble a little bit, and eventually they'll find the open shooter.
Jones looking for the tie there with the 3 ball, but misses it, and Wayzata grabs the rebound for Wayzata. She's going to drive that ball again, and looks like it might be the 3rd on Azaria Reed for Osseo.
I don't know if it's in the scouting report, but the Lady Orioles, they got to understand that Wayzata, she's going to take it to the basket every time she has an opportunity, so it might be smart just to maybe allow her to shoot some perimeter shots.
Spins out. And so Swanson will come in. Reed will take a breather for Osseo, presumably for the rest of the half here with that 3rd foul. Houts is in for Wayzata. Wayzata, I think, has shot more free throws than every other player combined in this game. She's made a living at the line. Gets 1 out of 2. Trojans by 4. Russell getting a screen. And now Hamola buries it for 3.
And when Russell came off the screen, she really knew where the next play was. That was awesome.
Orioles to within 1. Under 3 minutes to play now in this first half. Allie Larson to the baseline. Tough shot, and somehow sneaks it in.
With the scoop shot, she was able to find that little angle, find that little gap. And like I tell players all the time, the bank always has money, so she used the backboard there, cashed in.
Wayzata really, I think, playing more fearless and more confident than I saw them earlier in the season. They're certainly a different team than they looked early on.
Yeah, sometimes it takes time for, players to buy in and understand the system, and, they look really confident right now.
Here's Schrader all the way for the layup.
Using that good high pick and roll. Excellent screen there. I think that was Wayzata's excellent screen there. Wayzata, defensive breakdown. Can't allow Wayzata layups.
Into Swanson, kicks it back out, and now Jones open after Russell's pass. Oh, halfway down, but wouldn't stay. Jones gets the rebound, then a scramble for it. It stays alive, and finally Hay of Wayzata picks it up.
50-50 balls, 50-50 balls. I'm sure that was discussed before the game by both coaches.
Wayzata going to the line one more time as she attacked in transition there. They were not going to give her a layup there. Hamola called for the foul, and Wayzata will shoot free throws.
Jay, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Although her percentage at the line probably not quite what she would like tonight. She has made 6 out of 10.
But the more she shoots, she gives herself an opportunity to make more. So.
And you also obviously contribute to some foul trouble perhaps for your opponent.
Good point, Jay. Good point. Great point.
5-point deficit for Osseo here, approaching a minute and a half to play in the first half. Here is Russell. Larson trying to stick with her. Russell, jumper in traffic. It's an air ball. And in Tutway, great effort, but couldn't quite save it. And it will be Wayzata ball.
Maybe a little contact on that shot. I know in high school they've changed the rules that, players have to allow the player to go up and come down. Maybe a little contact there, but, she's still playing hard, no complaining. Like that attitude.
Larson back out to Hayden, and now Wayzata. Hamola got a piece of that ball. Here's Hayden. Boy, they're really battling inside. Hay and then Tutway. Here's Wayzata in and out. Hay the rebound, and that spins out. Couple of near misses.
Yeah, you love it. You love it. Crowd reacting. They're involved in every play.
Into and Tutway. turns and draws the foul.
You know, you teach inside players, sometimes you don't have to take that post dribble. As in Tutway gets it in the low post, just catches, immediately goes.
Wadis will pick up the foul as in Tutway steps to the line and hits. See, she has 3 baskets in this first half and now a free throw, make it 7 points. So Orioles to within 4. One more free throw for Tutway. Second one no good. So Trojans, see if they might think of holding for 1 shot. Not really looking like it early on, but we'll see. Nope, Larson's gonna drive right into traffic. Had it blocked. And the Orioles out of there with it. Homola. Under a half minute to play here. They're down 4. Russell to Tutway, right at the hoop, but missed it.
I know she wants that back. Orioles looking to at least score and keep the momentum on their behalf going into the halftime.
Hiring back out to Wadis. 10 seconds to go now. They'll give it to Schrader. Schrader looking to attack, gives it to Allie Larson. Back to Schrader in the corner for 3, no. And then Tutway rebounds. And we have come to halftime here, and Wayzata, the number 6 seed, playing a pretty solid first half here, leading it by a score of 34-30 on the Orioles. And back and forth game for much of that first half. But it is, Wayzata has held the lead for a good chunk of the time.
You're Wayzata.
And let's go over now to Allie with Coach Reeser.
All right, thanks, Jay. Coach, a couple of times in that first half, you guys were down by 8, but you guys were able to pull it back each time. What was your assessment of your team's offensive first half play?
We're inconsistent. Offense and defense, just not consistent. We need to pick it up in the second half and play a lot better. We're letting them get in the lane way too often, letting their shooters get wide open looks, and we got to clean that up.
What do you guys do then to even out that consistency on both ends of the balls?
Just intensity. You know what? I think we came out a little tentative, a little bit, a little rattled at times, and we just got to get our groove going.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second. Jay?
Thanks very much, Allie, and thanks, Coach Reeser. We'll hear from Coach Schumacher of Wayzata in a moment, too. 34-30, Wayzata, our halftime score. We'll be back with more of our coverage here of the Section 5 4A Girls Basketball Tournament on 12 Sports.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
And welcome back here to Anoka High School. Wayzata leading Osseo 34-30 at halftime of our second semifinal game in Section 5. Centennial beat Mountain View earlier. Here is Wayzata starting off strong as Annie Robertson popped an early 3 for the Trojans. At the other end, Michaela Homola doing the same for Osseo. Really traded leads for a while, but then Wayzata's just a little more consistent. Mimi Schrader popping a 3 right off the inbound play for Wayzata there. Nice steal here by Russell. Pushes it up court. Jones, one-touch pass, and Tutway running the floor nicely and gets the layup there. And a steal the other way as Schrader got it to Hayden. That was their first time they put on press, and it worked immediately as they got a quick bucket out of it. Russell stepping up and nailing one of her 2 3-pointers that she had in the first half. Wayzata did a solid job of driving the ball, drawing some fouls, and converting on occasion like that one from Schrader. Here's another one from Kiara Russell. So she is about at her average for the half with a dozen, but they overall haven't produced quite the way they would like. I would argue that their defensive end has been more their issue than their offensive end, though. Plays like that, Osseo can't have happen all game long if they're going to win it. Wadis has scored 10, most of those from the free throw line as she made a living there. Didn't hit as high a percentage as she would like, but 10 points. Schrader 7 and then 4 each for Hiring, Franks, and Larson. Russell with a dozen, Homola and in Tutway, 7 apiece for Osseo. We'll come back with more of our coverage here from Anoka in just a moment. Wayzata leading Osseo 34-30.
Michael Adams?
Here.
Michael Adams?
Here.
Michael Adams.
Michael Adams.
Students who miss 18 days of school in any grade risk falling behind and not graduating. Absences add up. Keep track at boostattendance.org today.
And welcome back here as the team's starting to warm up for half number 2, and the Trojans leading it by 4 points. Let's go over now to Allie.
Hey, thanks, Jay. Coach, you guys lead by 4 at half. What do you do to continue to contain Kiara Russell and company in this second half?
Well, I'm not sure we did a great job containing her. She's a terrific player. We just have to be aware where she is all the time. Try the best we can to run at her when she puts it on the floor. Try to limit her attacks to the basket, but you know, we're working at it. We talked about it at halftime. We'll see what we can do.
What is this game going to come down to see who advances to the section championship?
It kind of appears it's going to come down to a 1-2 possession game. So it's going to be taking care of the ball, making good choices, make sure that you get the shot you want, where you want, who you want, and hopefully your team knocks it down.
Good luck in the second, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, thanks. Back to you, Jay.
Thanks, Allie, and thanks to Coach Schumacher and also Coach Reeser, as we said, for taking the time to talk with us at halftime of this one, give their thoughts as these teams, you know, a lot of work, you know, of course, from playing, but also coaching with Providence now, that a lot of work goes in, a lot of practices, a lot of gym time to be ready for nights like this, and you know, you hope that everybody performs the way that you know they can on these big nights.
Yeah, it's so difficult with young people, you know, whatever happens during the season, you're hoping that all of the mistakes that you made, that the girls or the boys or the kids really kind of buy in later on in the later stages of the season. As you spoke about, Wayzata early on in the season really kind of looked fractured, but now really kind of sewing things together and look great tonight as they play the Orioles.
And I think just the looks on the faces, Wayzata, yes, they're the team ahead, but Osseo, I think, is really feeling down and feeling some pressure more so than Wayzata. I mean, they're not, Wayzata has nothing to lose, basically, being the number 6 seed, and they're playing like it. They're playing looser, I think, than Osseo is.
You know, they always say that teams take on the personality of their coach. And the Wayzata coach, he's really kind of laid-back guy, very, very approachable. And you can see the look in his girls' faces. They're all smiling, but at the same time, they look like they have purpose and intention and really some desire and confidence to win this game. They really look like they understand how to beat Osseo, and Osseo really looking for Kiara Russell to really kind of step up for them, because that's what they're used to. So they got to find some other answers if they're able to maybe close this gap and start off these first 5 minutes well.
The good news, though, for Osseo, as you say, wasn't really one of our better halves, but it is a 4-point game. They could easily take the lead in a hurry, and I think they just need to recognize that, too, that there's a lot of ball to be played, that don't get upset if one trip down the court doesn't go well.
Well, you know, through their conference season this year, I mean, they've played some very competitive teams, so they know how to get back in this game.
Underway second half now as Russell backs it out, and will crisscross with Jones in attack from the top here. Now Jones taking that handoff. Homola. Pass was tipped, but Russell gets it and quickly goes around Robertson. Her pull-up won't drop, though, and Hiring rebounds.
And we gotta like that offensive play right there. We got a good look at the basket. Just was unable to make it, but excellent execution there.
Robertson driving, but then lost it, and Homola pushing it back the other way for the Orioles. And then she loses it as well, and it's off her leg. So it will be Trojans basketball as they trade turnovers.
2 turnovers early. I mean, well, I shouldn't say 2 missed opportunities early on. So your Osseo next possession is very important.
Wayzata going to the baseline and is fouled one more time. Homola got her hand into her hip there as the Trojans will inbound from the baseline. And we're going to see a quick timeout taken by Osseo. And that kind of an indication that what they talked about at halftime wasn't what's happening on the floor here. That's a very early timeout.
Yeah, coaches always talk about, I mean, the good ones talk about coming out of halftime. First 5 minutes are very important. The first 5 possessions, very important. You either want a good look, but you definitely don't want any turnovers. And so here Osseo is trying to regroup before this thing gets out of hand.
So a timeout taken just 44 seconds into the second half here by the Orioles. Hiring will inbound from the baseline for Wayzata. Gets it to Schrader, trying to go back to Hiring, but Russell did a great job reading that. Gets the steal and the layup.
Yeah, she's out in the fast break. 1 against 1, you can forget about it.
Now Osseo coming with some full court pressure. Schrader gets it to Hay. Now Robertson turns the corner. The left-hander misses the layup, and Reed, a nice rebound in traffic for Osseo. Jones ahead to Russell. Calkins lets it rip, short with that one. Waytas the rebound for the Trojans.
Calkins shooting that shot like that's her shot. I mean, no thought.
And it is. I've seen her make those in other games, but not that time. Hay to the floor, had to save it back to Waytas. Coach Schumacher saying, slow down here. No need to be in a hurry. Hiring will shoot a 3, and it's good.
Excellent, nice pick there. She was able to come off that screen. What I like was her early work. She kind of faked inside and used that screen. I call it selling. You got to sell the defender something if you want them to buy it, and she was able to do that, knock down that three-point shot.
Omola giving it to Reed at the top of the key. She will turn and shoot that jumper, but it's short. And Hiring will let it just bounce out of bounds.
There's Hiring, you know, fake inside, deep into the paint. Excellent screen. And Wayzata, that's what they do well now. They're very disciplined. They play really team organized basketball. You know, no one player that scores greater than the other. Really share the ball. So not surprised that they're able to execute those kind of offensive attempts.
Robertson, nice drive and dish, and Hay gets her first bucket.
There it is, nice drive and dish. And, you know, all the players are what I call a triple threat. They have the ability to shoot the perimeter shot, pass the ball, or even dribble. So, you know, that's always beneficial when you got 5 players on the court who can do 3 things.
Here's Russell driving and draws the contact there. Robertson tried to cut her off, but will be whistled for the foul.
You know, I'm looking for Russell to be more aggressive in this second half. We're at the 15-minute mark. As she gets to the 10-minute mark, she's really going to have to put her foot on the gas. Try to get to the basket, maybe get to the free throw line. And she's going to have to be aggressive because right now, you know, Osseo really kind of searching for someone to kind of be that Robin to her Batman.
See Russell with 15 tonight, and second free throw attempt also good here. So the Orioles back to within 5 now and coming with pressure. Hiring gets it into Schrader. Schrader works her way into the front court. Corner to Franks, and not there.
Ooh, Osseo real lucky right there because Franks, she likes that corner shot as well.
Now Homola in a little trouble, but Franks fell into Russell and commits the foul. Just couldn't hold back, and it'll be her second.
You know what I like what Wayzata did there? It was a missed attempt, but usually everyone runs back into man-on-man, but they jumped into kind of like a double team run and jump. You know, I like that. I like that aggressive play. Love that confidence.
And good recognition that they had her pinned on the sideline. Here's Russell going to the hoop and is fouled again.
That's what she needs to do more of, be very aggressive. You know, not too many defensive players out there who can really stay in front of her, so maybe the coach had expressed that at halftime that, you know, don't rely on your outside shot, take it to the basket.
Rattles that one home. She's 5 of 5 at the line, and now a 4-point game as Osseo fighting back into it. Perfect again. 39-36 Trojans, and this allows Osseo to set up that press. Franks has it knocked away. Franks hustling back for it and going to be called for the travel.
Let him play, ref. The ladies are getting dirty. Let him play.
So Osseo will get it. Chance to cut it to one or tie it with a three. In for Tutway, but it slips through her hands. Able to run it down, though. Driving baseline, but she dribbled it on the line, and it will be Wayzata ball.
Not something she's known to do, put the ball on the floor. Probably could have made a better decision there.
Wayzata will come back into the Wayzata lineup. Franks will check out.
Yeah, coach recognizing that he needs a ball handler out there against this full court press, and Wayzata has been having her way, kind of cutting and dicing through this Osseo defense.
Looking to double Schrader, but she weaves through it. Got it to Wayzata. Wayzata's little jumper won't go. Well, this is succeeding, though, in making Wayzata shoot the ball quicker here. Even if they do break the press, I think Osseo's okay with it if they force them to take quick shots.
You know, sometimes you have to give something to get something. So, you know, to maybe sacrifice maybe an open passing lane, maybe speeds up the game into the Osseo's favor.
Reed at the free throw line, spinning to the middle, blocked by Hiring. And Tutway, though, gets it back. Russell for three. Misses that one, and this will be a tie-up. Held ball goes to Wayzata here. And now Robertson will check back in. Hay out for Wayzata.
Wayzata going a little small right now. You know, putting some really good ball handlers on the floor. Try to negate this press that Osseo is setting up.
Schrader ahead to Wayzata. Larson for three, nowhere close. And out of bounds it goes. And there again, another example, I think, of Wayzata feeling rushed even when they beat that pressure. That shot was miles away.
Yeah, but they like the idea that when they have an open shot, they all have the courage to take it. And as a coach and when you're coaching players, you want to give them that confidence.
And they throw it into a tie up there, so Osseo will get it now on the alternating possession. Wayzata gone cold here with help of Osseo's D. It's 39-36 Trojans. Russell to Hamola at the top. Now Jones getting a screen, and that one's off target by a wide margin as well. Here's Larson. Robertson now to Hiring.
I like this Wayzata offense. 5 out, no one in. And by doing that, that's how you create those lanes for the dribble drive there. Very, very difficult to defend.
41-36 as Robertson takes it all the way for the layup. And Tutway gets it at the edge of the lane. Kicks it back out for Jones, and now Russell cutting free. Kicks it over, Hamola open. In and out with that, and Hiring rebound. She didn't see Robertson. Boy, she would have had a layup if she had gotten it ahead to her. Hiring handing it back to Schrader. Here's Robertson, gonna pop that three, too strong, but Schrader there for the board.
Love the confidence in Wayzata, not afraid to take the three-point shot. Really looking to gamble. Uh-oh.
And ripped away by Russell. Here comes Kiara Russell for Osseo. Down the middle she goes. Short on the rim there. Hiring rebounds. And Schrader back the other way. Schrader had it knocked loose by Jones. Nice play. Schrader really left the ground too early there. She wasn't quite in layup range yet.
Jones with the quick hands right there. Really played the ball instead of maybe looking to foul stupidly, but she was able to get her hands in there.
Inbound here for Wayzata now. Hiring all the way for the layup.
There she goes, kind of playing cat and mouse. Always seeming to make the right play at the right time.
Back out to Jones as they set up from the top. Fine is back in for Osseo now, as is Swanson. Here's Russell's pull up. won't go. Robertson tipped it loose, and Wayzata coming up with it. Now Hiring. Larson down the baseline. Fine Day will be called for the foul.
Right now, Osseo looking a little tired. Coach probably want to think about getting a timeout. Kiara Russell, she's sucking wind a little bit, so she probably needs a blow so she can finish strong later in this game.
Wayzata getting set to inbound here for the Trojans. They lead it by 7. And thrown into the middle of everyone, but Hiring runs and gets it. Now Schrader from the top. Here's Houts. And gets it over to Robertson. She will look to drive it. Now it's back to Houts. Houts down the middle with the runner, and it's good.
You know, Wayzata does a great job creating dribble drive lanes there. Just makes it so difficult on the Orioles to defend. They spread them out perfectly.
Megan Lee, number 40, in for the first time here for Osseo. Russell back out for Ari Jones. The Orioles down by 9, their biggest deficit. Into Reed it comes. Reed all the way, the layup and a foul.
Yeah, Osseo, they needed that. Been an up and down game, but she was able to find that little gap there, slice through the defense, give her team an opportunity to get an and one right here.
Big hoop right there for Reed and the Orioles. Her free throw bounces in and out. And so it'll stay a 7-point game for Osseo as Schrader comes to the front court. Robertson, that ball knocked away by Lee as they tried to run her off a screen. Kind of threw the ball even though she wasn't really open yet.
Yeah, Holt, she was anticipating the play. She didn't allow it to kind of just manifest itself. She was already thinking, she's cutting, I'm going to throw it to her.
Inbounded to Houts.
Wow.
She'll take that quick three, but no good, and Ari Jones boards it for the Orioles.
See that confidence, though, Jay? I mean, as soon as they come out, they're thinking, shoot.
Here's Lee from the baseline. Won't go, but Reed, strong, ripped it away from Hiring and lays it in.
Good sign there, good sign there. Reed able to get Osseo a second chance point there, and, you know, sometimes balls aren't going to fall every time. You need people to rebound, and Reed just getting excellent post position, sneaking in there, able to gather herself with a good, strong finish.
Well, Reed has sat for a while with some foul trouble, so she looks high energy right now, and a couple of big hoops in a row for her to get Osseo back to within 5. Coach Schumacher from Wayzata told Allie at halftime that, you know, this game has the feel of one that's going to go down and be, you know, 1-2 possession game down the stretch.
You know, the way Osseo plays, they want to play up-tempo. So sometimes when you play up-tempo, yeah, you give up some points, but you can get yourself back into the game fast, especially if you can full court press, run and jump, create turnovers, give yourself second chance opportunities, crash on the board. So, you know, he's right on the money with that.
After this timeout, it'll also allow them to set up their pressure, which at times has bothered Wayzata a little bit here in the second half. Hiring will inbound here for the Trojans. They're allowing Schrader to catch it and then looking to maybe trap her or at least force her a certain way. This time they just kind of drop back and play man-to-man. Jones got a piece of it. And then a steal. Russell jumps in and takes it. And fouled by Hiring.
Good steal there. Russell just kind of left her man. Looked to go, you know, at this moment of the game, you got to look for steals. You got to look for any kind of opportunity. And she's a pretty heady player, so she took a chance and it worked out well for her. A gamble all the same, but sometimes when you gamble, you win.
Looks like that'll be 4 on Hiring, so Hay comes back in to replace her. Momentum has come back to Osseo a little bit here. And there's Wayzata getting a hand on that pass and stealing it for Wayzata. Schrader back out. Wayzata thinks about it and decides not to. Hay is in the lane for 3 seconds. Hay was open, calling for the ball. And when she didn't get it, it was too late. 3 seconds.
You know, Wayzata has been going to the basket all night long, so she's thinking, why should I shoot a three-point shot? But She's got to take that shot.
Jones dribbling to the right wing. Russell comes out to get it. Jones, Omola comes to get it. We get an offensive foul away from the ball against the Orioles, and that is going to be on Reed. That'll be her fourth. Trying to free up, I think it was Russell on a screen, and just stepped into the defender too much, according to the official. So, Tutway is going to come back in, and Reed, after that brief flurry of a couple buckets, is now going to sit with 4 fouls.
Yeah, that was a big foul there because she's been the hot man so far right here.
Robertson into the front court here for Wayzata. Got it to Hay. Short on the rim there, and a scramble for it. Tie up will go Wayzata's way this time on the alternating possession. Waydas getting ready to inbound. And has to throw it off Russell. No, a timeout actually requested before that by the Trojans bench there as they were struggling to get the ball in. I mean, in a way, it's good that you don't lose the ball, but at the same time, you don't want to use up timeouts unnecessarily before the end of the game, too.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach is like, dang it, you know, because that was a smart play. But, you know, at this time of the season, you just never know if your player is caught up in the game, caught up in the momentum. So sometimes you got to do the best thing and kind of save them from making a mistake. But you're right, Jay. Those timeouts, they become very valuable at the end of the game. And like he was talking about, the game coming down to maybe 1 or 2 possessions, and you look back and you regret taking that timeout.
Waydas will inbound. Wayzata leading it by 5. They've had a lead for a good chunk of the game. Got it up to 9 a few moments ago, but now back to 5. Waydas now gets it into Hay, but missed a layup. And Jones will rebound. Well, Trojans missing a great opportunity there. Omola thought about it, now drifts back. On the runner, no good. In Tutway, the rebound and the bucket.
Great second chance opportunity there in Tutway, in the right position at the right time.
3-point lead here for Wayzata, but Osseo tightening it back up. Franks over to Hay. Hay driving it and is fouled by Tutway. That will be her 3rd.
Omola, you know, she had the 3-point shot, but she turned it down, and I like the decision. Took an in-between shot there, and sometimes when you take that in-between shot, forces help from the inside players, and then that's how Tutway was able to get in that position and get that rebound putback.
Hayden will check in. Franks out for Wayzata as Hay misses that first free throw. The Trojans really struggling to find good shots now and struggling to make them. They get 1 out of 2 at the line here and go up by 4.
You know, there's 8:45 left, and we're already at 46-42. I mean, these ladies are on pace to score almost, 70 points. This is pretty impressive.
Omola being hounded by Hayden. That's a 5-second call. Turnover Orioles, and Hayden doing a nice job coming off the bench and moving her feet. Hiring will inbound for the Trojans. Gets it into Hayden, who it looked like wasn't looking at first, but looked up in time to see it coming. Now Schrader. Gets a high screen, then gives it back to the screener. Hiring, no good. And then Tutway rebounds.
You know, Hiring had to be careful there. She's got 4. Definitely didn't want to get an offensive foul, taking it too strong to the basket.
I wonder, they had 4 on this board. I initially had it as her 3rd. I wonder back and forth if, if they know something we don't, because in some ways I don't think they would have brought her back in this soon if she really did have 4. Here's Robertson going all the way, and Russell fouls her. Annie Robertson will shoot free throws.
I like the way Wayzata's been playing tonight. Anytime the ball is turned over or there's a missed opportunity, they're out and running. They're gonna, they play a controlled high-paced game. It's not, just run up and down and, just shooting and running and gunning. I mean, they get the ball up the court, but they always have their heads up. They're looking for a dribble drive penetration where they can force help, where they can kick it out to the outside and get some open three-point shots.
One more coming for Robertson here. The lead back to 5, 47-42. And short with the second one. Get a foul call here. Lee will check out, Swanson back in.
You know, they got Swanson in the game to really kind of stretch that defense. She has that great three-point shot from the perimeter, not afraid to shoot it. And maybe that will allow Russell, maybe Jones to get inside that lane and get some layups.
Kick ball call there. Homola saying you're not really open there and tried to throw it off of Robertson, and they ruled that she kicked it. So a little bit of a break for us here. Now they try to trap. Swanson across to Homola. I believe that was the 4th foul on Robertson too for Wayzata, so there could be some issues for both teams in that regard in terms of having everybody available late. Jones, here's in Tutway, flashing free, just short with it. And then Hay wins the race to that rebound.
Now that was the time in Tutway needed that nice, I call it a gather dribble to kind of set herself up so she could, you know, get her feet together and make a stronger finish.
Robertson across to Hay for the layup.
Once again, all 5 players, the ability to pass, shoot, and dribble. And they really do a good job creating for each other.
Russell, we'll see if she will attack here. Going to push it back out. 7-point game. Around it comes to Jones. And Tutway posting up, but they'll come back out to Kiara Russell.
You know, if they could give Kiara a nice high pick and roll, maybe she can get in that lane because she's been successful at the free throw line too.
Knocked loose, a scramble for it and a tie-up. It'll stay with Osseo, but of course that means the next one goes back to Wayzata.
You know, possession arrow's big at these times of the game. You know, with only a 7-point lead, you'd love for that possession arrow to be in your favor.
Homola inbounding here to Russell. Russell, quick drive to her right, left it short, gets it right back though, and draws a foul. Wow, is she quick to the ball there.
You know, some players, they have a nose for the ball, and, you know, Kiara Russell, she's one of those players.
Hay will pick up the foul. Russell to the free throw line. So now in the bonus, that was a shooting foul anyway, but 7th foul against Wayzata. And Russell, first miss at the line, left that one short. Hiring will come back in.
It's where the legs become so important, you know. We're in the late stages of the game. She's probably played most of the minutes of this game, so she's got to use her legs a little bit.
And missed a pair, but in Tutway rebounds, she missed it. Russell getting up high for the rebound, then a foul on Hay again as it was taken up inside by Swanson.
Coach Schumacher begging his ladies to secure that rebound. You know, the Orioles had 3 opportunities to score right there off of 2 misses.
Swanson misfires on her first free throw, one more coming. Second one is good, so a 6-point lead here for the Trojans. Reed will come back in. Hiring gets it into Wadas. Now Schrader. Schrader trying to cross it over in front of Jones. A little risky there, pass tip, but it got there anyway. Hiring, handing it off to Robertson. Picked up her dribble, now Hiring flashes free. You have to be careful whenever Russell's out there. She's so good at stealing the ball. Hiring from the corner, open and hits a 3, that's big.
Now that's been the first offense in probably 10 minutes where the ball swung from one side to the next. They were very patient. That was probably a 35-second offense. And if Wayzata continues to do that, they're going to get the kind of shots that they want. There was a good high screen and roll there. The Lady Orioles going from side to side on defense, able to free up Hiring in the corner there. And she had the heart and soul to take that shot.
And Tutway will shoot free throws. 4th foul on Wayda. So again, they've got a number of players in some foul issues. But in Tutway missing on that free throw opportunity. Osseo not hitting as many as they would like down the stretch run of this game. And that certainly is something that they'll need to do a little bit better to get back all the way and catch up. 52-44 Trojans after she makes the second. Schrader up the left sideline. Now Robertson. Here's Hay looking to attack, missed it. Hiring, no rebounds and scores.
Answering the call. That's what their leading scorer is supposed to do.
And then Robertson up with the steal. Throwing it for Schrader. And Russell, though, runs it down. Right back the other way, and Tutway. All the way, she's fouled by Robertson.
If things don't go the way for the Orioles that they want them to, they're going to look back tonight with the combination of free throws and even an opportunity like this, a free layup, and you want to be able to finish that and get to the free throw line.
And that is going to be number 5 on Annie Robertson, so that's going to be an issue down the stretch here for Wayzata. Some of their players who have, handled the ball and have had some of their best nights are really in danger of fouling out. And if there's a downside for them, that would be it. They're up 10 right now, which they're like that part. And Tutway short with that free throw.
They still got one of their hired guns in Sydney Frank sitting over there, so they got to feel confident that their depth will pay dividends.
And in and out on the second try, and Hay had the rebound knocked away from her. It'll be Wayzata ball. Hiring will inbound. Gets it to Waiters. They look to double her, but she's able to get past it. Over to Larson. She wanted to shoot that, but then lost it. Right back to Larson. She'll pop a 3. Too strong. Knocked loose. Jones. It's out off of Wayzata. It'll be Osseo ball.
Hiring very fortunate there. I mean, there was a little contact that could have worked out against her there, so she's got to be careful.
4:48 to play. Orioles down by 10. Russell comes out to get it. Russell driving it baseline, left it a little short, and it's out off of Larson's forehead. I think there it'll stay Osseo basketball. Momola will inbound for the Orioles. Russell, a fake, good help defense arrived though. Momola stops and fires and hits.
She's been quiet, all second half, so she's got to get started with these 4:27 left.
Waiters down the middle, missed it, and rebounded by Tutway. And here comes Osseo. They're down 8 and a chance to cut into it further. Momola stops, fires, short on a 3, and Schrader out of there with it. Schrader into the front court. Here's where Wayzata needs to pull that ball back out. They do not need quick shots right now.
You're right, Jay. They need to work that thing around the horn. 8, 9, 10 passes, and woof.
Waiters taking a shot, didn't get it to go. It's going to be out off of Osseo, but Trojans, I mean, you don't want to stop being aggressive, but they're taking a few not real high percentage shots here of late.
You can still be aggressive and move the ball around the horn as long as you're moving it with purpose and, getting good cuts, cutting to the basket, just kind of waiting for some breakdown.
Hiring open off the inbound. That's too long. And tip loose to Momola. Here come the Orioles again. Momola around the defender, lays it in.
Here come the Orioles.
6-point game.
They're very dangerous right now, playing with that sense of urgency.
Schrader being hounded by Russell, getting close to that 10 count, but got it in the front court. 3.5 to play. Timeout, Wayzata.
Wise timeout there. Going to get the girls focused.
Another look at the transition hoop here as Homola does a nice job of just sidestepping Hiring there, who did not want to foul, obviously, too. But so 3.5 to play. Definitely plenty of time here for Osseo. They're back to within 6.
2-possession game right here. Big offense for Wayzata. If you're them, you maybe want to come out. Like I said, pass the ball around 8 or 9 times, make Osseo work on defense. Hopefully they'll have a mental breakdown and a breakdown in the defensive end, get a backdoor cut, get someone cutting to the basket, slash and a face cut, going towards the basket and get an easy layup. 3-point shot on this possession, only if it's open. Otherwise, you're looking to go inside and attack the basket.
Wayzata boys upset Maple Grove in their section semifinal and advanced to the final, but were defeated by undefeated Champlain Park last night at Rogers. So the Rebels representing Section 5 in the boys basketball tournament, and they earned the #1 seed in Class 4A as well. Wayzata inbounding here for the Trojans. Gets it into Schrader.
That was close, Jay. You see that? It was close to an over and back. Just got to be careful.
Wayzata giving it out to Houts. It's a little too long to really just run clock the whole time, I think. Wayzata picking up her dribble, in some trouble, throwing her arms around a little bit. And what do we have? We're going to get a hold on Ari Jones of Osseo.
Wayzata, she's kind of fiery. I mean, that was borderline an offensive foul.
Yeah, I think she might be a little lucky there. She just didn't like them reaching at her and kind of threw her arms out, but they get the foul on Jones. Only the 6th, so not a shooting foul, of course. Houts is going to take a 3 and missed it. Now Hiring rebounds, and Houts is hurt. She went down after taking that shot. And trainer will come out. Of course, she's had a knee problem before and wearing that brace. And Houts Jim kind of falling silent here late in this contest. You see Houts taking the shot here, and as they're blocking out, she got tangled up a little bit.
You know, you teach players to block out, and it looks like on the block out, the back of the player hit that front of that knee and maybe hyperextended it. I know that feeling. That does not feel good.
So Houts will make her way to the sideline. It will be Wayzata basketball. I think a good job by the officials there, because Wayzata clearly had possession. So then in that case, yes, you do stop it for an injured player. If there was a scramble for a loose ball or whatever, that wouldn't have been the case. Here's Schrader. Dishes it back out to Wayzata. Wayzata looking to attack down the lane, in and out. Rebounded by Tutway. Osseo a chance to cut into the lead more. Russell, little hesitation dribble, goes to the right hand, scores, and a foul.
We spoke about it, attacking the basket. There's really not an individual player out here who can control her one-on-one, but great hesitation move behind the back, change of pace, dribble, slicing and dicing, and able to finish with that right hand.
Hay picks up her 4th foul. Russell looking to complete a 3-point play. And missed it, and Hiring had the rebound, then was tied up. It will go to Wayzata, though. So it stays a 4-point game. See Houts being tended to on the sideline. Hiring will inbound here for the Trojans. Gets it to Schrader. They come at her with a double team.
There's that run and jump.
Time getting close to 10 here. Throws it up for Larson, and she had to save it to Jones. Now Homola all the way and is fouled by Schrader.
Now it was because she tried to finish with the left hand. If she would have finished with the right hand, it would have been a block. But a smart play by Homola right here, looking for contact, throwing it up with the left hand, giving herself a chance for 2.
Boy, Wayzata looking very shaky against pressure right now, and this lead is pretty much evaporated. They were up 10. Osseo scored 6 in a row and looking to continue that here with Hamola at the free throw line.
Happens to every player. You start looking at that scoreboard, and you want the game to be over right now, but you have to finish and play through the game. And Wayzata really recognizing that the Orioles are going to pick up that pressure, so they got to take care of the ball.
Second free throw is good. It's a 3-point lead, 54-51. Wayzata into the front court. Going to go all the way and was fouled.
Now what Wayzata did smart on that possession, they gave the ball to the player who I believe in number 50, I think she was guarding her, but she's the inside player. And with that, you're allowed, because she can't have that defensive slide, she can beat her down the court. So if Wayzata's smart, whoever Intoure is guarding, that's the player who needs to handle the ball, because she doesn't have that ability to really laterally slide.
And Wayzata gets 1 out of 2. So 4-point game here, Wayzata, 55-51. Russell looking to attack and draws a foul. Schrader will pick up the foul for Wayzata, but they're about to the point where all 5 starters are going to foul out. Russell, free throw attempt, crawls around and drops. Back to a 3-point game. Makes them both. Big free throws. 55-53. Orioles fought back to within 2. Here comes Wayzata, and she was fouled as she kept driving.
Once again, Intutway is guarding her. That's the player that you want handling the ball. Very, very difficult to match up man-to-man.
That'll be the 4th Intutway. So Wayzata, though, has really not been all that strong at the line tonight, and again misses.
And it's going to be really tough now with only a 2-point lead. You know, you understand that every free throw is so important right now, so the nerves start to kick in at this time.
Again, she gets 1 out of 2. 56-53, Wayzata, under 2 to play here. Russell comes out to get it. Franks defending her. Russell down the baseline and fouled by Hay.
That's a tough call right there, you know, really not in position to really shoot a high percentage shot. But, you know, smart on her part, because like you said, Jay, really creating a foul situation problem for Wayzata.
5th foul on Cameron Hay, so she'll join Robertson in fouling out. Well, you just really got to put your foot on the baseline there, so she has nowhere else to go but out of bounds.
Yeah, these legs are getting heavy now at this time in the game, so that extra slide, that one more slide becomes a little difficult.
Russell's free throw is good. .23 points now for Kiara Russell. A chance to cut it to 1. And missed it to the left, but she runs it down herself. Here's Jones in the lane and short. Hayden rebounds for Wayzata, now to Wayzata.
Hiring was wide open, all by herself down the court.
Back to Hayden, 2-point Wayzata lead, 1:25. Hayden giving it back to Wayzata. And they double team her, tie up, it'll be a Osseo ball. Wayzata not doing a very good job of spacing the floor and taking care of it anymore.
Jones with those quick hands right there. And then Tutway, you know, tying the ball up. And they had a player down the court open, so lucky for Wayzata.
Jones dribbling to the front court. Hayden chasing her. Has to pick up the dribble. Now gets it to Russell. Timeout, Coach Reeser on the Osseo side here. 1:06 to go. Settle in for this final stretch here. Wayzata had a 54-44 lead, but since then have been outscored 10-2.
I wonder who the ball is going to go to, Jay. To Coach Reeser, you're probably dialing up something special. Maybe catch her coming off a double screen off the top on the free throw line to the top of the key, where she has the ball in the middle of the floor, and when she catches it, she has an open look, she can take it. Otherwise, dribble drive. She's been very successful creating fouls on Wayzata, so look for her to attack that way.
Right in the middle there, DeMario Armstrong in the black shirt. He's into the state tournament in Class A for Maranatha Christian Academy. A thriller 2-point win over Minneapolis North over at McAllister last night. So congratulations to the Mustangs of Maranatha, another local school in Brooklyn Park. Here's Russell now coming to get it. Hiring jumps out onto her. And the pass stolen away. Schrader to Hiring and lost it. Here comes Hamola. Chance to tie. She is fouled.
Love the effort by Russell. She turned it over, but did not give up on the play and looked like she was beat. Here she turns it over. She looks like she's beat, but doesn't give up on the play. Quick hands. Gives her team an opportunity now to maybe tie this game up. Good effort there.
Hayden on the foul, and Hamola, 2 free throws, a chance to tie. First one is good. And Wayzata wants a timeout. 50.8 to go, a 1-point ball game.
Defensive strategy. Probably Osseo will probably come out very aggressive, looking to run and jump, create turnovers. It's got them back in the ball game. I don't know why they would go away from it. And with Wayzata being thin right now, players a little tired, looking for someone to make a mental mistake.
The winner takes on Centennial for the section championship coming up Thursday night, right back here at Anoka High School as the winter sports season really winding down. Boys state tournament this coming week, and then the girls the following. As you see, Centennial awaits the winner of this one. The top-seeded Cougars held off Mounds View in a close one in their semifinal right before this game. Hamola back to the free throw line with a chance to tie it up with a make, but they've also been good at getting offensive rebounds on missed free throws if it happens that she does not make it. Wayzata, now their strategy has been to protect a lead for so long. If she makes this, then it kind of changes. They're no longer in the lead, they'd be tied. Second free throw, no good, and Hiring rebounds for Wayzata. Wadas over to Franks. Now Schrader. Wayzata does not need to shoot the ball here. They need to spread it out and keep passing it or maybe get fouled. Wadas is fouled. Boy, she was close to traveling, it looked like, but going to be called for the foul. And with 30 seconds to go, Wadas will go to the line, but I don't think Osseo mind. I mean, if they're going to foul somebody, it might as well be her because she has struggled at the line.
That's right. That was, you know, you love players that understand the scouting report. And the scouting report is she's not a very good free throw shooter.
And not close with that one, but she got it back herself.
No one boxed out the shooter.
Hayden. And a quick foul taken by Osseo, and I think it'll be Hayden at the line this time. Wadas got the handoff, but yeah, they're going to say 21 is at the line. So Hayden, who hasn't played a whole lot tonight.
Hopefully Osseo won't have that same breakdown. And it's all, the game always comes down to small things, you know. You just got to do the little things, and boxing out the free throw shooter, that has to be the first priority.
Hayden right on the money for the Trojans, and their lead is 2. Obviously, this one also big. And makes a pair clutch free throws for Hayden, 58-55.
They got Hayden on Russell. She's going to have to keep an eye on him. Hayden's a little bit more athletic, a little bit quicker.
Russell open behind a screen for 3. It's short. Rebound Wayzata, and she's fouled.
Good look there. Good look. She set her up, took her inside, and then took her back off that baseline screen. Got the look that they wanted. Got it in the right hands of the player that they wanted it in. Just weren't able to knock down that three-point shot. But 10 seconds left, okay? This is a lot of time. So Osseo should keep their heads up.
And Tutway fouls out right there for the Orioles with 10 points. And Calkins will check back in. Wayzata can make it a 2-possession game, but again has struggled at the line. And this one bounces and drops to make it a 4-point lead. Second one no good. Osseo down 4, but not a lot of time remaining. To Russell. She'll shoot a 3. Too strong. Batted around. Wayzata up with it, and time's going to run out. Wayzata has pulled off its second straight upset as the Orioles fall 59-55 to Wayzata. They had to hold on after building that 10-point lead, and at times it looked like they wouldn't, but they're able to do so in the end.
You know, sometimes you build a lead like that, and for the opposing team, you spend so much energy just trying to get back into the game. And at this point in time in the playoffs, so much emotion is locked into the game. Very difficult to get back into the game, but credit goes to Wayzata, especially with their foul trouble, Jay. They were able to close out this ball game.
It's a 59-55 win for the Trojans. We'll be back to wrap things up here in just a moment from Anoka High School.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Well, first they took down Maple Grove, and now they take down Osseo. Wayzata 59-55 victory here tonight to move into the Section 5 championship. Let's go over to Allie with a couple of happy Trojans players.
Thanks, Jay. What a wild game. I've got Liz Wayzata here and Hannah Hiring. Liz, this game was incredible. You guys came into this game. You played Osseo just about a month ago, and you guys lost by 3 points. What were the emotions like coming into the game, knowing this was probably going to be another close game?
Yeah, we were just ready. We knew that we had to just come out strong and not get behind and just play hard and take the lead right away. So, yeah.
You were a key factor in the last minute of this game. It was absolutely wild. You found yourself at the free throw line quite a few times. Walk us through that last minute. What was it like for you?
Oh, I was just so nervous. I was like, oh, I got to make at least one of these free throws to at least get the game, so it was a good game.
Speaking of that free throw, you kind of have an unconventional style of free throw. How does that work for you?
I used to have a way worse shot, but so we tried changing it, but I don't know, it still looks weird, but it works sometimes. So.
It worked here tonight. You guys got that W. On the other side of things, we've got Hannah Hiring. Hannah, you're also a big factor in tonight's game. What was it that was able for you guys to push past Osseo here tonight and get this W?
We just came out there like we wanted to win, and we came out with energy and intensity and just get back from last time, and we did that.
This last part of your season has been kind of tough to get a few victories here and there, but this section tournament, you guys have really made a name for yourself. What does this say about your team, this win here tonight?
It just shows that we've been working hard, we've been pushing, and we've just been playing as a team, and that's how we keep getting these victories, and it's so nice to see.
You guys are meeting Centennial in the section championship to go to the state tournament. What is it that your team needs to do to prepare so that you guys can advance to that state tournament?
We just got to keep doing what we've been doing, play as a team, come out with energy and intensity, and I think we can do that.
Hannah, what was your favorite part of tonight's game?
I liked it towards the end. I mean, it just shows that we can, like, battle through it, and I really thought that spoke wonders about our team.
This team did battle through it, you guys. What an incredible game. How much fun for a section semifinal. We'll throw it back to you, Jay.
Thanks very much, Allie, and congratulations to the Trojans. Osseo, a good season, especially a strong stretch run, but it ends tonight with a 19-10 record. Russell had 23 points and Homola 13 to lead the Orioles. Hiring at 14 and Waitis 13 for the Trojans. Again, it'll be Wayzata and Centennial for the section championship. And Ariel, if Wayzata plays like this again, they've got a shot.
Absolutely. I mean, they're going to match up against Centennial. Both teams really pretty much the same. I mean, they all move the ball. Everyone shares the ball. But Wayzata, they look really good. I really like the way they play when they have 5 players on the court. All 5 players have the ability to either dribble, pass, or shoot, or create for their teammate. Defensively, really surprising. I mean, they can play full court pressure. They've shown signs in pressing and trapping and able to turn those turnovers into baskets for them. So look for them to do the same thing against Centennial tomorrow on Thursday.
59-55 Wayzata, our final score tonight. Good night from Anoka High School.